Hi there, and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Unapologetic with Lorelei. Today I managed to, I hope you can see it, a little bit of a blue sky coming my way, and I love to see that. I like all kinds of weather, but it's always a blue sky. It does something to me anyhow. And yeah, what I want to talk with you about today, besides being here in this beautiful area here on the heathland and trying to show you more of the area in a bit, was something that somebody in my surroundings, very close by, had to go through a kind of breakup, and that's always hard to see. And I know about breakups, and I guess we all do in some form of way. And the one is more dramatic than the other. And but most of the time, people have a very negative idea around breakups, and it's normal because of what you've been through. But not all breakups have to go harsh or have to end via. Sorry, and I have a little bit of a dry throat. I don't know how that comes. I apologize. Um, it can be through a conversation or through a fight or anything like that. But it doesn't always have to go like that. You can also just quietly outgrow each other, and then the separation from that particular person goes pretty smooth because you both quietly have gone your own way and probably not even realizing it at the moment. But afterwards, you come to the conclusion, and then it's not hurtful anymore. It's a different kind of breakup, and I want to talk more with you about that, and because perhaps you can resonate and perhaps not, or perhaps just like me, somebody who has gone through a separation recently, and yeah, it might be comforting to talk with this person about these things, and I'm going to talk with you more about it. I will flip the screen, show you the some beautiful scenery here from where I am at the moment in the heathland, and I hope this blue skies. Yes, he is still here. I should turn my camera a little bit around here. And yeah, I hope I can stay here in the blue sky. I hope you enjoy me. Going to join me on my walk. Sorry, join me on my walk here, and while I flip the screen. Right, and here I am on the other side of the screen, and well, not just the blue sky, but the sun is really trying to come through here, and it manages it as well. It's been a couple of dreary days here, some grey skies, lots of rain, and it's just nice to see this again. Yeah. I hope you enjoy this too. I'm going to do my best whilst walking and talking here on the topics that I'm talking about. I still try to show you some beautiful area here, and yes, I'm even now in the making of another YouTube channel. I will keep informing you about it, which only will show the beautiful nature that I am walking around many often. I'm not using any IA on that channel. It's not, neither do I do here, of course, but it's not AI, and it's just all going to be pure nature and pure nice to have on your screen while you're working or cleaning or whatever you're doing at that time. So I'll keep you posted if that video if that channel will is going to be um, published or broadcasted, how you want to call it. But talk about this topic of today while showing you this beautiful scenery here is it's a breakup. That's I said. Sometimes you don't just break up with people. Sometimes you just quietly outgrow them, and because I said there is this idea that when a relationship changes, whether it's a friendship or a partnership or even family dynamics, it has to end through with a conversation or a confrontation or big emotional moments. But that's not how it doesn't have to go like this, and many times it doesn't actually. And because most of the time, I hope you don't break up with people. You just quietly outgrow them, which is a much. It's also not nice, but it's a normal, natural flow of life, I guess, rather than having to deal with these harsh breakups, which is sometimes unavoidable, of course. But if you just quietly outgrow people, then it's more subtle. It's much softer, and it's also unannounced, of course, because it's just slide into it, and that is a natural flow because not everybody can stay in your life your whole life. It would become pretty crowded, I guess, if they would. But that's just how things go sometimes, and you don't have to feel sad for that, and just enjoy, in my opinion, this enjoy the time that you have spending with that person. And as I said, it's just my opinion. This is what my channel is about. I'm going to do my walks and talks here always in the nature, sharing my insights, my experiences, my thoughts on things. And of course, you can agree or not agree with that. That's not even the biggest issue, I think. I hope you just enjoy the video and the topic on itself. Sometimes it resonates, sometimes it will not. And yeah, you can always yeah, decide for yourself, of course, whether you want to reply to it and share your own opinion about it, because of course you do not always have to agree with me with what I'm saying. But I do notice on comments that yeah, people can resonate many times of what I'm saying, and that just feels nice because that means you do realize that you're not on your own with all the things that going through your mind, or breaking your heart or touching your heart as it is. So and as I said, this, if you quietly outgrow people, you don't have to slam a door. That's the one thing, and you just stop trying to fit yourself into a space that was becoming too small for you, and for the person you became or have become. And as I get older, and well, I'm a little bit older, I'm 63 years of age now. It's just ridiculous for me to say it out loud, but apparently my birth certificate says it is. And but I do see things more clearly now, and I do notice and I do realize that not every distance is a conflict. That's one thing, and not every silence has to be an ending, and not every shift that happens is a rejection. Sometimes it just simply grow, and you don't have to feel sad for it. It just let it go. That's like normal growth does. Sometimes you can have growing pains, of course, but it doesn't have to be that painful all the time. So sometimes I guess you wake up one day, and you don't react the same way anymore, and that the things that once pulled you in, they don't anymore, or the things that you used to tolerate, you do not do that any longer. And some places where you once shrank, you know you no longer fit. You just have to let it slide and let it go. It's not dramatic. It's not out loud in your life. And as I said, it's not even sad really. It's just true. And I must say quickly in between here that this morning when I left my house to start towards the heathland here to go filming, I did not expect this beautiful sky to come through. It was a little bit gray still, and now I'm so happy with this. I can really enjoy this. And I don't know if you can get the vibe from this, but it's really, really nice and quiet here. So beautiful. But anyhow, coming back to this outgrowing things, I think I somewhere along the line many times I thought I had to explain myself, to have to make people understand, and to justify why I felt differently and why I was changing, and why I no longer had the energy to carry certain dynamics, if you can call it like that. But life taught me something. It surely did. And growing, it doesn't require permission from anybody. You just have to give yourself permission. That's an important one, I guess. And outgrowing, it doesn't require any explanation. I don't mean the harsh ghosting like these days I hear people doing. That's just rude, I guess. But well, can't say that for sure because it depends on the situation, I guess. But some people, I believe they belong to earlier chapters of your life, and there's no shame in that. And they were right for who you were then, and who they were also then. And you just have to say it to yourself and admit it to yourself. You've become a different person in that respect on certain topics. And yeah, I had to learn it sometimes the harsh way and sometimes the quiet way. And people outgrow you too. That you also must understand. It's not just you who outgrows people, but some people also uh, they outgrow you. And yeah, that's just where it's at. So, and it doesn't mean that you did something wrong, and it doesn't mean you weren't enough. But it was just because they're on their own path. They're trying out their own life and finding their own ways and doing their own lessons. And they have a right too to do it in their own timing and to their own becoming, if you can call it like that. As I said on my banner from the YouTube channel, I don't know if you've seen it. It's like if I like evolve and own and become, and I guess this topic in life fits perfectly those words. And there's a beautiful thing that happens when you stop forcing connections with people that no longer fit, and you make space then also for relationships that meet you exactly where you are now and where you're supposed to be met at this phase, at this stage in your life. And well, some people call it aligned and or mutual or present or simple, clear. I even add one like myself. I like the words natural harmony, and So I guess all in all, but I've just been saying that the truth is really that you don't lose people. You just return to yourself, to the person you are at this particular moment. And I can tell you, it's well, I can tell you from my perspective, it is a great relief if you can see it like that. It takes away all the headache and the heartache, and you start to see things clearly. But it takes some courage to see things clearly. That's another thing. That's another thing altogether. Sometimes it does take courage. So, outgrowing other people or they outgrowing you. It's not abandonment. It's again the word true alignment, and I think it's the most natural, beautiful, human, honest evolution there is. And I hope you see it that way too, for your own sake, for your, as I said, for your heartache or your headaches. And I hope you can enjoy it. Yeah, you can enjoy where you are now and enjoy where you are going to go. And by saying that, I. I'm going to enjoy more here of my walk, but then without the filming, so I can also enjoy it in a different way, in a silent way. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the scenery that I showed you here. And I wish you a very nice day. And I hope you take care of yourself and your loved ones. And I hope to see you in my next video. If you want to see, make sure you want to see more of it. You can always subscribe to my channel. I post videos every day, and you can always also leave a thumbs up or a comment if you want. It's all up to you if you're meant for that or not. But by all means, I hope you enjoyed this, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye.